Hello everybody and welcome back to the Realistic Formula Championship for round 12 of season number 7, and we're here in Las Vegas for, of course, the Las Vegas Grand Prix. And well, the Drivers' Championship could be decided today, but it requires a Tricksy DNF and a Nissev win. Anyway, I'm here with two people. Who wants to be introduced first? No one, obviously. Lovely. Rear Harris and James.
Oi. How was Alex?
Morning.
How was Alex frauded the bloody McLaren again?
Because he's makes me toes, you
I know.
you donkey.
You bloody spastic.
Anyway, Nightel's
Oh,
left
someone
again,
else
apparently.
Huh? What once?
Night Owl has left again, apparently.
Well, it
He's
said
just
Night Owl left
disconnected
at
his
the bottom.
microphone. Nice one.
I haven't.
Nice one, Paris. Oh, that's my brain! Sorry.
Ref of a world.
Shut up.
Bryn Evans out on the inters as normal.
Yeah. How did you break your wheel, Rio? Explain that to the crowd.
Probably not.
Was it spinning in Brazil?
No, this happened today.
Was it the force you hit the wall?
The G-force, yeah. Yeah.
No, I
It was
just
like-
thought
it
you
was
just
like-
like rage
It was
quit.
what, it
'cause
was
you're
what
an
happened to
absolute
Bortoletto. He crashed into the entry into center S's. Didn't even get to the fucking center S. No, I don't. I'm tall, right? So I have to have my wheel at the highest point possible on its base, and I naturally pull my wheel down when I'm driving without me realizing, and I snapped one of the clamps. Has just snapped.
Nice.
So I've just whipped out the gaffer tape and electrical tape, chucked probably half a roll of each on it. Well, I'd say no, probably half a roll of what's it called, electrical tape on it, and then I think we're just gonna inshallah it for what my next race on Sunday. If I crash, I have an alibi. Alpine currently first,
Yeah,
by the
it's
way.
just you're awful at the game.
Yeah, I mean, well, look what could have been. As we've
I had a
seen,
quality ban anyway.
three.
I've been last.
No, you'll be in last for the. Wait, you might drive as a free agent for the last race, I guess, because you have been sacked. Well,
Back in the
you've been
morning.
released from
I think
Alpine.
anyone will sign Rio Harris after this season he's had.
Yeah, the Alpine performances would have helped. 6 in the P4.
I mean, Alex
P7
Mills is
was
getting into drives, so
Alex Mills is a great driver, he's just can't be bothered anymore. He's won his championship and given up.
Give Alex a McLaren or he retires.
I wonder if RFC will ever get like a 2-time champion. I feel like that just isn't a thing that's gonna happen.
I reckon if
keeps getting-
Tricksy's champion, well, I mean, any of the Red Bull drivers, they will be a 2-time. Whoever
so.
wins this season will be a 2-time.
No, I don't think so.
I do. Hey, you've not seen fucking Tricksy's pace.
I think Elias will come back next season.
What, for tier 1? Or was it all you on about in general?
Just in general. He'll come back on and then he'll win it next season.
I mean, he'll probably get moved up now. I presume it'd be the champion gets moved up a tier now.
Well, he's in Division 1 already, mate.
Oh. What, Helios?
Elias.
Oh, you were saying Helios.
I said Elias, mate.
Elias, not.
Oh,
Elias.
shut up. Nerd.
Oh,
Oh! What the fuck?
Bradley's damaged his car at the number 1.
Try not to
Scott,
crash challenge.
he's lost his complete wing. How has he done that?
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
I thought before we didn't. Oh, mate, he's really lost. I thought we didn't have replays.
No, that's why I stopped. That's why the stream kind of stopped like a couple minutes because I.
Ah, I see.
Anyway, is anyone else joining, James? You should be in charge of that. You know.
I've been trying, mate, but no one's answering me. I've
We
even
just stopped
DM
the
people.
count
I've
here.
even pinged people that haven't been in the haven't said a word in the server in like 20 years.
That was a good idea.
Shut up complaining, Monza.
2 Ferrari, 2 McLaren.
Anyway, I think this is the least amount since Canada.
This last season or this season?
Canada last season.
Yeah, Canada. How many?
There were 17 people in that qualifying as well.
You can tell it's good consistency then. 17's been the lowest.
I believe it was both Salvas who got knocked out. It was actually, I think it was Martin was driving in Div 1 that day. And Charlotte Perkins. No, it wasn't Charlotte Perkins. Charlotte Perkins just got through in the hat. Yeah, she was in the Haas then, I think. It's another Sauber. Can't remember.
Andre and a Sauber will go out.
Anyway.
Andre and Salva, we will never miss.
Andre and a Ferrari, we will miss.
Anyway, Bradley says he didn't mean to do that. He came back from AI to get some food, and he locked up. Well, let's see. Beatnik.
I'll go get food in the future.
Yeah, at least you use the onboard, unlike the Eagle. Eagle hates the onboard.
I refuse to use
I used
onboards
it
in
once.
qualifying. I like to be off the board, off boards.
And then as soon as he used them in Q3, he actually said, "Alright, not that bad." Onboards are literally the peak of qualifying, especially like in certain sectors as well. Like sector 2 here, I think we used it yesterday.
Guy's turning into a
Final
massive
chicane.
nerd.
Mate, me and Mons are commentator nerds. What's your problem?
Why are you adding Mons into this, mate?
Because he would agree with what I've just said.
Mons has more dignity than to agree with you.
I mean, James, I swear you always complain about the camera angles a lot of the time. So
Yeah, I do.
yeah,
I just hate every camera angle in the
I mean, to
world.
be fair, mate, every camera angle is normally crap. Never really a good camera angle.
here we go. Salva slipstream.
It's Q1, lads.
Want to get through, mate.
Cool.
It's
Oh,
called teamwork. Makes the dream work. And
Yes,
Harris
not.
is a fraud.
That's the very much. You don't race, shush. The Alberto plan has actually worked.
Night Owl needs another invite unless he's already back in.
I will. I think he did say joined, but maybe I'm seeing things.
Oh, with a yellow flag in. I don't know where.
Beatnik goes into P2.
Edward's not racing because his whole pedal snapped.
Night Owl's left again. See, he was back in.
No, he needs an invite, man, mate. What do you mean?
Trixie's gone purple, I think, in the first.
It's just making me not lose my aura.
Trixie on purple in the second, I think. No,
Yeah. I think someone beat him in the first.
I think Dylan in the first. It's Trixie.
Will he beat an Aston Martin? Yes, only 2.5 tenths.
Almost 3 tenths.
Only almost 6 or 7.
You're banned.
Shut up, Harry.
I think Alex Mills is actually on the way. Here he goes. Back to the top.
McLaren merchant. Even though Emery's gone P1.
Good evening. He's arrived.
Shut up.
Dylan do. Ah!
Dylan's beaten him.
McLaren are meant to be shit around here. What's going on?
Not really. They've got really good corner in which compromise it.
Vegas
Counters.
is not a McLaren track.
I know, but it's you can't have a McLaren can't be bad anywhere, mate.
Maybe it can. Canada.
Not
It wasn't
really.
bad, but it was. I think it was third fastest Canada.
Says the guy that's never drove a McLaren.
It's talking about real life.
I'm going based off real life.
You going what? Sorry.
Off real life.
Wave, a little
Ooh.
bit unsteady, and the braking.
Waves on that part. We're having a debate about whether McLaren is good or not.
Cheers, Jeff.
Well, the game hasn't been updated since it came out, the performance, so I don't know if we can really go off real life. Wave P2.
I don't think we can go off the game either.
As Toast says, Pablos could drive, even though he's D2. But Eagle doesn't allow people to drive between two different divisions, so I don't know.
Are they not?
No, they're not anymore.
No, mate.
At this point, you may as well.
Yeah, but
Clearly, no one else is going to join.
Racing in a minute.
Is Chev over
have-
the line?
Just giving them all a chance, and I'm going to start from last,
Nissev,
so they don't get taken out.
quite a way ahead of Tricksy so far.
Someone invited Night Owl.
I could invite Night Owl.
Didn't invite him then.
But will you? That is the question.
I will if I can find him. Or
W Mons.
there we go.
Oh, not that meme again. Hey, you remember the periods like the W speed stuff and all that?
Shut up! I didn't mean it like that, you bum.
Here goes Bradley on the soft tyres. P6.
I thought he was going to go quicker then, but the timing thing was just behind.
Yeah, so we're slightly behind.
Not a bad lap on the Williams. I mean, Señor Ghosts lap as well.
He's retired. On track?
I'm gone!
It's on track. Is it? Have I disconnected? Oh no! Oh no!
No.
No. He's. I was just thinking because I saw other people. No. Is he? Is he able to progress?
The engine's failed. Yeah, he can progress. It's only if you crash out.
He's parked up. He's parked up in the middle of the track.
The engine's
Ref.
gone for the Williams.
I just hear Mons shout ref. Game's gone.
The game's back.
In real life, if you park on the side of the track like that, if your engine's gone, or if you just park up no matter what. Wait, have you seen the number of this Racing Bulls with the AGOX? See if you
I
see the
swear to
number that
God.
goes past.
If that's a silly number,
What number do you think it is?
6-7.
Yeah. He brakes.
There was a taxi today that I saw, and its number plate was 6967.
That is literally what, like, that's literally not an allowed number plate format.
No, as in like the number plate had 69 in it, and then like the taxi plate had 67 in it.
Well, see, you didn't make that obvious then.
Yeah, I know. I realised as I said it.
Marley Webb. 8, nearly 9/10 down on Nissev.
6 nearly 7. Sorry.
The silence speaks volumes. And well, this might be his last chance. Depending on how much fuel. I think 0.7 I can read. Doesn't really use the curb in the inside turn 14.
I mean, you don't really want to.
And now running up to the line. Yeah, is there an improvement from Webb? Don't know if there will be, but Night Owl's not going out.
Ooh.
It does improve slightly under a 10th, but he doesn't change position.
There's a decent chance both Ferraris get knocked out here, unless Webb can go again. And he's got the fuel. The Aston of Dearman in the green machine coming round the final corner, going to Honda Power next year. Dearman over the line and goes ahead of the Ferrari. We could be in for 2 Ferraris heading out in the first part of qualifying, and that'd be quite ironic because they're the only 2 cars that only 2 cars can go out in qualifying. All it needs is the both the Racing Bulls to improve their times of Van Bergen and I don't know the other one's name.
DA Gox.
That's it. Is he pushing on? He's improving. He's only 2.5 tenths down.
This is
somewhat
Van
the end
Bergen.
of the first sector, Van Bergen. His teammate, I think he's at the final chicane.
I think he's not. He's on a slow lap. Yeah.
Good.
We'll start right now.
But down towards through the middle sector, which is the best sector to be on board with, because it's where the most bloody corners are. As towards arguably the most important corner of the racetrack, to set up the Vegas strip, cut the curb as best you can. That's not ideal, but good enough. 7 tenths down. He needs to make sure if he can make sure he only loses at least another 2.5 tenths, he should be in the money to get ahead of at least the Ferrari, and that will confirm his
Diego
safety.
is parked up, so he's not.
I see.
Everyone's safe.
No.
He's disappeared. He's parked up.
Oh, he's in the pit lane.
Yeah, he just spawned back to the pits. He did retire on
for
like
God's sake.
on the straight after turn 1, 2, 3.
Oh, Ferrari live a scare.
Anyway, Van Bergen's still trying to get a better lap on the board regardless.
And we'll cross the line, and we'll did go ahead of the Ferrari. And if only the other racing bulls did set a proper time, we could have had 2 Ferraris out in the first part of qualifying as Andre or Andy. I don't actually know what you call him now.
Andy.
Close enough. As Andy comes around the final corner in the Haas, crossing the line, and it is good enough for a P6. As I read 10th there behind Tricksy, as the Alpine cross the line, they can improve up into 9th, just goes ahead of Parker in the Aston Martin. What about the kick salvo of Beatnik? As around the final corner, Beatnik goes in the kick, Sab across the line, goes just ahead of his teammate, up into the top 8, as his teammate Señor Ghosts comes over the line. I think was an outlap, but didn't make the flag. But I do believe that is it, and the 2 cars eliminated, Diego and Night Owl. A Ferrari and a Racing Bulls, the two Italian team drivers, like the dust in the first part of qualifying.
And well, just above them, it's their teammates who are next in line. So
Not looking promising.
no, not at all. Well, Ferrari winning the last race as well, and now being all the way down here. They're only about, let's see, 46 points behind Aston Martin going into this round, and obviously not on here, but they were starting to make a bit of a comeback. But at the moment, it seems quite far-fetched.
I've just looked on Instagram here. You know the pre-season testing?
What the shakedown today?
Yeah. Well, just the whole thing in general from the 5 days. Sky Sports have posted the unofficial top 5 times. So are they official or unofficial? Like, are we guessing?
I saw a thing saying that Hamilton has the quickest time, and then it's Russell, and then Norris.
Russell,
I think
it's Hamilton, Russell, Norris, Leclerc, and Antonelli. Mercedes are looking good for 26, and I am very happy about that.
James is very happy about that as well.
What?
They're very happy that Mercedes is quick.
Yeah, just for RFC. I don't like him IRL. Well, I don't mind him. Who do I support IRL?
Alonso in it.
Yeah, and Williams. Alonso and Williams.
Night Owl's back in. Bit late.
Ooh. Can't blame a guy for having connectivity issues.
You can.
It can't go on like this, can it?
Yeah, you can.
Well, Nissev laying down a marker in Q1, but still time to come on the others. Bryn Evans, I didn't even notice him down there, but he was comfortably safe anyway.
I swear the Aston Martin pair, since they've gone to Mercedes, they've done fucking worse.
You shut up, you fraud.
I'm not wrong.
You are.
I'm not.
Bryn Evans has done better. Bryn Evans has been fighting.
Bryn Evans is still appearing on this graphic because he can still win the championship technically.
Go on, Bryn.
It's on.
The championship fight. It's on.
I mean, it's only. I say, oh, never mind. It's 26.
It can't go on like this, can it, Bryn?
26 points between the top 2.
Yeah. So if Nissev wins and Tricksy's out, it'll be a 51-point gap, which is too
More
much. Yeah. You need a 51-point gap, literally. Otherwise, it goes down. It goes down the count back if it's 50 points.
Need Red Bull rules, Nissev, DNF, Tricksy win. Make it interesting.
Yeah.
And then Tricksy DNF, Tricksy P10 and Nissev DNF level on points going into Abu Dhabi.
Well, yeah. I mean, if Tricksy wins today, he's very much back in it.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It's a tall order, 26 points to gain in 3 races, when you know Nissev's going to always be up there.
Yeah. And well, even if he wins every race and Tricksy and Nissev's P2, it's not enough.
He only gains what?
7 points per race, so 21 points.
Not good enough.
Anyway, the Red Bulls are out first. Tricksy on used tyres.
Yeah, they should be able to get through with them.
They'll probably go for another lap later on, though, in the session.
I mean, I think if they can get through... Referee's cut the corner. He's making it in that left shorter.
We see Bryn behind Nissev, very much following him closely.
He's just getting the engine warm.
And even behind, we have the Alpine.
Get in. I mean, everyone is on track bar the Aston Demon.
Yeah. So.
Is there any rain? Because a lot of people... Oh, that's an Aston off.
It's Ruben Parker.
What's he doing? Very damage. That is all good.
Rio, you've been told by Alex you've rage quit RFC is mad.
Then rage quit.
Yeah, he did.
Anyway, through the flat out turn 17 down towards turn number 1, the banker lap of Q2 on these old set of tyres, I'm going to presume, for both of the Red Bulls anyway. So it's just going to be, can they get the fastest time good enough to see them through into Q3 on a single set of tyres? It's impressive enough as it is to get through into Q3 with only 2 sets of tyres. They can do it with 1 set of tyres. They will be able to save a set for the Grand Prix itself. It's towards the braking zone of turn 5. Flick the wheel in. Stand on the power as we go at the end of sector 1. It says 26.250. It says yellow, but I'm going to
I feel like I might need to do something quickly, because I don't know. This is a way I thought I could fix things, but I think SimHub itself has done the thing. But we'll watch this lap first. It won't show any times on the left hand side after the this lap's finished.
Why not? It's
just bugged. I need to restart SimHub. It sometimes happens. But anyway, it will show the order, it just won't show the times. Tricksy's down the Las Vegas strip, and so far he's about 3/10 up on his teammate on this lap. So
teammate will get a light toe, but Mercedes, Evans is going to get a lovely toe as well behind the Red Bull as well. It won't be much, but it will be at least probably half a tenth, which is it can be crucial time to get him through or not. Yellow flags for a slow Sauber, as it's a 31.1, which would not be good enough, and Nissev will cross the line. No,
he does a 31.3, and Bryn Evans is a 31.6.
The Mercedes of Wave is you quickly restart that actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and restart it. But I want to try and restart it without restarting the whole app, but it's probably not going to be possible.
It's only Q2, you might as well do it.
I'll see if I can change it like I'm swapping the game that's active, swapping it back. There we go. I did it without restarting the whole thing.
Alright. Sauber P3! I'm going to guess that's on you.
Yeah, he's got 6% wear. Roughly.
Yeah. New tyres for Sauber, but it'll look good for the fixtures as Beatnik. So it laps 18 seconds off as the McLaren of Dylan goes only P6 as Alex in the Papaya McLaren, no chrome livery, crossed the line, goes third fastest with a purple final sector, 8 milliseconds ahead of Señor Ghosts as and Andy, Dearman and Parker, the only 3 drivers yet to set a lap time. Yeah, both Astons and a Haas currently in the drop zone, and you'd presume I say presume.
Well,
Ferrari of I forgot his name.
This is Webb. I was just gonna say only Ghosts and Webb were on new tyres for that first run.
That's not good for Webb then. If that's new tyres and he's a 10.5 behind a Sauber.
Yeah. It shows that I don't know if the front runners are completely safe if a Sauber is right behind them. Obviously Ghost's doing a good job, but
I don't know.
I don't know. Normally though, to be fair, like you think they could be a risk, but then people invalidate their laps and it's not completely smooth.
I mean, wait to see what the Astons do first.
Just a Señor Ghost mentality, mate.
Bro keeps bringing up this same thing.
It's a Señor Ghost mentality, mate. W edit by Liam.
There's a whole car park in the finals.
Oh, that wasn't edit by Liam. That was edit by Daniel.
Daniel Lorente.
Most of the TikToks until season 6 were done by Daniel.
Unlucky. Anyway.
That's a bloody car park in the final sector. 5-6 cars are just all there.
Yeah, they're all coming into the pits at the same time. But, Tarantino's got quite a clear track ahead of him to begin his lap, and so Parker behind.
Let me say that.
Bit of front wing damage actually for a few cars. This Beatnik seems to have the worst damage. I was wanting to see if I could see the damage as he gets pushed into the pits. We can see an end plate missing, I think.
One of the Red Bulls don't think they're safe.
No, unfortunately the crew pushing him in there was just going to block him that, but anyway. Tarantino currently in the elimination zone, but hasn't said a lap.
In towards what was the Haas driver using the boring plain Haas livery? Why not the Canada one or the Japan one or the Texas one? Or
Oh,
little bit of a swapper through the mid part of turn 4 towards turn number 5. We go at around 206, 207, 208 miles an hour. We hit the brakes. Cornering speed mid apex of around 64 miles an hour. At the end of the first sector, already 3/10 down on Van Bergen. That's the time in P10. So maybe worth just backing out of it, as he seems to be all over the curb down, settling the bottom of the cars. And again, a little bit of a minor correction through the mid part of the left-handers. We go flat out towards the most important corner of the racetrack, under the bridge towards I forgot what corner it is. I think it's turn 13. This
12. Right over the curves. 13 is just like in the middle of this straight.
Is it this pink?
Yes, the king. Anyways, 4, nearly 5/10 down on Van Bergen. So this is not going to be the lap to get him through. Unless he gets this.
Get the purple record.
Yeah, unless this toe gives him about half a second, but I don't think it will. Ash is one of the quickest on the straight, so to be fair.
Luckily, he's got enough time to come back round and obviously go back out and
A
lose
bit
set
of
of
lock-up.
tyres. As a little bit of a correction through turn number 14, as then towards turn number 17, the final corner, which is flat out, which can provide some spectacular overtakes. Up and around the final corner we go with Andy Tarantino. It's only good enough for 11th fastest, as the Red Bull behind starts a lap. It's probably going to get some dirty air there. Tricksy does get through. Parker in the Aston Martin crosses the line. Could only go P9, half a second down on the fastest time so far, as the Red Bull of Tricksy powers down the straight towards turn number 5, hitting the brakes around just around the 100-meter board, and we sling it through the curb. You can ride that curb if you get the entry point right, and he's already a 10th up on his personal best, showing how much more grip the new soft tyres do offer in this Las Vegas Strip circuit. Through turns, I don't want to say the corner, that's 7 and 8, isn't it?
The last one he just did was turn 9. It's in the bottom right anyway.
Oh yeah, I didn't even notice that. Turn 10, and then flat out through turn 11 towards the braking zone of turn 12 under the bridge. You do actually use that bridge. When you're using no line, you do use the bridge as your braking reference. As we go down the Las Vegas Strip, a 10th and a half up on his best. He'd only found 600ths on his new tyres in the middle sector, but nonetheless,
And there is Nissev though in front to give him the slipstream.
slipstreams being I can't speak today. Slipstream being used between the two Red Bull cars as towards turns number 14, 15 and 16 we go. Sling it in, ride the curve, then ride the second curve, and then don't do what Colapinto did back in 2024 or Albon did in 2025 and hit that at the outside wall. And towards turn number 17 we go with the Red Bull driver, the man who was trying to gun for championship glory. Goes over the line. It's a 1 minute 30.839 for Tricksy, the fastest time we've seen so far. And Tricksy, he is the championship leader, isn't he? By 26.
Nissev's the championship leader.
Yeah. Close enough.
Here's
As
Alex Mills though, yeah, on his way. And well, he is quite a bit up. He's about 4/10 up on his previous best so far, so this should put him around Tricksy's time. Obviously he doesn't get a slipstream though down the Las Vegas Strip. Now 14, 15, 16. And the run to the line. We did see a drag race to the line yesterday. Wonder what we will see today. As here comes Alex Mills. And he does go quickest despite not the best Sector 3.
I mean, the middle sector is going to be where McLaren is strongest, because McLaren does like the good old corners. But what can this silver arrow of, I'm going to presume this is Bryn Evans, green first sector, green middle sector. He goes very, very deep and doesn't validate his time, and will have to come into the pit lane and probably throw another set of tyres at that. As the other McLaren, Dylan, who is almost a second off the pace, which is being set by his teammate. Through the chicane we go, a little bit of a wobble through 14 and through 15, but then gets it all nice for 16. And towards the line we go, towards turn number 17, powering down the main straight through the slight left kink. Over the line we go with Dylan, and he's 75 milliseconds down despite the wobbles through 14 and 15. It's only 75 milliseconds from the fastest time as Tricksy. I'm going to presume he did get the toe from Nissev, who probably got the toe from Tricksy. Comes to the line. Nissev does beat that time by 52 milliseconds. So the top three slipped by just over a 10th of a second. as Tricksy there, just under a tenth behind. And Señor Ghosts time still standing pretty strong at this moment in time as the Alpine of 4J does start a lap through turn number 1. The other Mercedes of Wave, who he's been reserving for McLaren a lot, but he's been given the Mercedes today as we go.
Used to be a Mercedes full-time driver earlier on in the season after he first reserved for McLaren. But
back through 10 and 11 towards the braking zone of turn 12, sling it in, cut the apex as nice as you can. What's the end of the middle sector saying? He's 124 milliseconds down. If he can match his final sector, then he will stay. Then he will go up to P3. But if he loses 3 milliseconds, he will slot into P4 at the same time as Dylan. As down the Vegas strip we go towards turn number 14, 15, and 16. The speed trap's there. Tricksy retires from the session, thinking this P4 time's good enough. As through 14, 15, and 16 towards the line we go. The Mercedes 30% battery left as they deploy it all the way to the line. And this Mercedes, one currently 8th, the other one 9th. That's going to change now as Mercedes can go up into P5 at half a second down on the pace only.
Lost a lot in the final sector.
Yeah, the toe being initiated by the Red Bull duos are working out very nicely as the Williams of Bradley through the final chicanes as towards turn number 17 we go. Powering up and around the final corner. Where can Bradley put his William car? Crossing the line now, and he goes only 9th fastest. Demotes Bryn down to 10th, and promotes Parker down as the Alpine of Porsche crosses the line, goes into 6th fastest. Good time by the French outfit, slotting their car into the top 6 as the I want to say it's the Williams of Bradley who is coming towards the line.
He's already done his lap. We saw him. No one, I don't think. I think Van Bergen's just starting. Yeah, Van Bergen's just starting. So these are the last laps now. See many drivers on out lap. Bryn Evans currently in the elimination zone, so he needs a lap. Well, he is out there, ready to do a lap. He's just started one. Van Bergen hits the wall slightly at turn number 5 as the Alpine is off there.
Yeah, I mean, he already did his lap as deep by Van Bergen. That's going to cost him time through the mid part of...
See him understeering a little bit there again.
Yeah, tagging the wall once again as we go flat out through turn number 10. Flat out through turn number 11 and towards the braking zone of turn number 12. Sling the car in through the apex. Doesn't cut it as much as others have we've been shown so far, especially Wave, who does love to cut it. He's a 10th and a half down on Bradley's time. Bradley currently in pit lane, who I think he actually retired on track again, if I'm not mistaken, because I'm sure I saw a Williams car off in the escape road as well as the Alpine. As down the strip we go, and Van Bergen, we know the Racing Bulls, compared to the Williams, a straight fight. It's 50-50 really, as through turn 14 we go a bit wider of the apex, through turn 15 using all the curve, through 16, slightly tapping the wall was the rear right on the exit, as powering towards the line we go with the Racing Bulls. The checkered flag is now waving, and Van Bergen crosses the line now, and it's only good enough for 12th fastest, so Bradley lives to find another day until Andy over the line puts it into 8th, and Bradley out of qualifying. The Haas driver was a purple final sector as well, as there's a slow moving Alpine, I think, in turn 14 as the Mercedes and the Aston Martin coming towards the line together. The one Aston Martin is given a lovely toe to Bryn as the Aston Martin over the line goes into 9th. Bryn goes over the line, goes into 4th, and demotes the Ferrari down, who I think is on the lap as well. The other Aston Martin, the Dearman, could knock his teammate out and could put Andy at risk, despite Andy setting a purple final sector. The Aston Martin and the Dearman coming round turn 17, the final corner flat out over the line, and Dearman makes it, knocks out his teammate, and it's now the question of will it be a Ferrari or will it be a Haas, or can the Sauber of Beatnik do anything? Webb could put Señor Ghosts at risk as well, as towards the line we go. Where's the Scarlet Ferrari looking to make it at least one Ferrari in Q3, crosses the line, puts it in the 6th. Now Señor Ghosts is at risk, and it's just the 2 kick Sauber drivers left. We could be seeing an Alpine go out as well, or will we see one Sauber go? One Sauber's peeling into pit lane. I'm not sure what one that is. It is Señor Ghosts. It was either Beatnik or Señor Ghosts. Which Sauber is it going to be as Beatnik crosses the line and can only go 13th? Señor Ghosts lives to fight for Q3. Lives to go for pole, but I doubt he will. And he misses out by 36 milliseconds. But it is Nissev topping the timing page. Alex in 2nd, Dylan in 3rd, Evans in 4th, Tricksy 5th, Webb 6th, Wave 7th, Dim in 8th, 4J in 9th, and Señor Ghosts by 36 milliseconds, makes it through in the Sauber. Very impressive time. The 5 eliminated. Andy Tarantino, Parker, Beatnik, Bradley, and Van Bergen are the 5 to bite the dust in Q2. Roll on the shootout for pole position.
Yeah, well, I'd say very, very close in the end between a lot of the drivers in terms of getting through. Down from Ghosts down to Beatnik, very, very tight. Around quite a long circuit, to be fair, so close margins there, close margins at the front. Looks like McLaren versus Red Bull, but Tricksy a little bit off the pace so far, and Bryn getting involved, but obviously did a lap towards the end of the session.
I mean, both times were on new tyres. Obviously, there's going to be a bit of track evolution, but I mean, it's still a good time from Bryn. He's definitely put himself in the mix for pole. So,
and Webb recovering in the end to get through.
Yeah.
After a bit of a dodgy Q1.
For me, the Ferraris, at least they got one in Q3.
Yeah, they're trying to chase down Aston Martin, and Aston Martin have one car through as well. So
have you just seen what? Did you see what Josh said in chat 17 minutes ago?
I did, but I just didn't say anything. Night Owl's joined back again.
Aye, finally.
Throughout the end time. Q3.
Who do you reckon are going to get pole ones?
Well, so far, Nissev has been the man, but we never know. Bryn Evans could bring in the Abu Dhabi last season.
Well, is that his only pole?
Yeah, I think so. When was Alex last pole? Was it Brazil last season?
I'm going to presume. Yeah, I think. No, did Fusion not get that?
No, Fusion got Kota. Maybe Fozzy, though, got Brazil.
Oh, that was... Am I going to do a bit of hunting here? Right, hang on. I'm going to go check now for you. Standings. It should say on the standings anyway now.
Yeah, you'll see like a P next to the thing.
Drivers' Championship. Are we looking for Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Alex. Alex got pole in Brazil.
Yeah. Evans got
Alex's
P2
last pole in
last
Brazil. Bryn's last pole, obviously.
Abu Dhabi.
Yeah. Who else on the grid here has had a pole? Has Dylan had a pole before?
Don't think so.
No, he is not. Nissev, I'm going to presume, has had pole. I'm going to presume they both...
Nissev has had about 3 poles, I think. I want to say. He's
Nissev's had 3 poles. Trixie's had 2.
Yeah, Trixie's had... Yeah. As one of the Mercedes, Bryn clears out the bollard. Does the job for everyone.
Prototypes has also had a pole. So, currently, 2 drivers racing today who have got a pole position this season.
Well, that's the 2 Red Bulls.
Yeah. Tricksy, Nissev, then you've got obviously Alex and Bryn. They've all had pole before. So we have 4 drivers currently in top teams who have had pole position before. Wave hasn't had a pole. Dearman, Dylan, and how do you say the Alpine's name?
I have no idea. I'm really sorry.
Gorgeous.
Ah, I was right. As so I think Dearman will take us away as
on the tyres, Dearman. Yeah.
Nissev is very. Is Nissev on the lap, or was he just?
No, Nissev's just gone out a bit late. Yep.
That's probably so Red Bull can do the slipstream shenanigans.
Yeah, that's why Trixie's waiting. And Dearman.
Anyway,
he's the only one on new tyres, I think. Oh no, maybe Dylan, Ben Dearman, and Wave on new tyres. Everyone else used.
The 26270 has already been usurped by the Mercedes.
I
have no idea.
By 4 milliseconds, Evans has got the fastest sector 1.
So, I mean, that's new tyres v old tyres, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, through turns 10, through turn 11, and then towards heavy braking zone, turn number 12, lovely onboard shot, as he almost gets the cut correct, but obviously it will send him a little bit wide if you get it wrong. Bryn still beats his middle sector, and Bryn is going to get a nice toe, I think, down this Vegas strip. It won't. He's not like close, but he's I think he's close enough to get a nice toe. As you can just see him in the background there, very marginal effect. As down the strip we go, towards the heavy braking zone of the final braking zone of the lap through turn 14. Flick the wheel in a bit wide of the apex and you win 1, but then he rides that apex nicely through 16, powering towards the line towards turn number 17. And Ben Dearman in the Aston Martin, the green machine. We know they struggle for top speed, but over the line, it's provisional pole with a 31.0, but Bryn over the line with a 30.880. The Alpine crosses the line of Porges. He goes slows overall, 6.5 tenths off the pace. At the kick, Sauber, Señor Ghosts will be up next. Coming towards the line of Sauber, already impressive enough that he's made it into Q3 as Señor Ghosts crosses the line now, and it will be good enough for third fastest, just under a tenth away. The Mercedes of Wave goes to the top of the times by 14 milliseconds. Webb goes 9 tenths away as the McLaren Alex Mills to the top of the timing pace by 39 milliseconds. All about the McLaren of Dylan over the line now. He takes it away by 2 tenths of a second. It's McLaren, Mercedes, and all Mercedes powered top 4. But Nissev has gone green in the first 2 sectors, and Nissev maybe hoping this toe can take him to the top of the timing page. As Tricksy will see what he can do on either used or on even new or old tyres. And Nissev coming towards the line. It was Evans, then it was Wave, then it was Alex, then it was Dylan. Can we make it a 5th consecutive provisional pole sitter as Nissev crosses the line now and goes 3 milliseconds away from it? Such close margins here in Las Vegas in qualifying as now Tricksy begins his lap.
Yeah, well, I would say Nissev, he was on used tyres there, Dylan on new tyres, so Nissev very close, taking provisional pole despite that. And he's certainly got more pace to come. Alex Mills on used tyres as well. So the gap between the McLarens, not necessarily representative. But anyway, Tricksy on new tyres now, into sector 2, and he is up on Dylan.
Into the first sector. He is a 10.5 up through turn 7 and then through turn number 8 and then towards turn number 9. A little bit of a correction through the acceleration phase on the exit of turn number 8, tagging the wall slightly on the exit of turn number 9. Then we go towards the flat out complex of turn 10 and turn 11. You don't want to run your car too close to the ground because you could get disqualified like McLaren saw, or you could bottom out like McLaren also showed us back in 2023, slightly tagging the wall on the exit, and he's now a 10.5 up. It's not a purple in the middle sector, but unlike Nissev, Tricksy's not going to get that toe down the Las Vegas strip as we go around 206 miles an hour. The DRS now enabled, raising it to 211, 212, 213, probably the peak we're going to see, 230 mile an hour, the peak speed we saw through 14, 15 and 16. Yellow flags are waving for Nissev, who's probably out of bloody fuel. As towards the line we go, is Tricksy going to snatch it away from Dylan as Tricksy, who wants championship glory, Tricksy over the line to the top by 19 milliseconds, 22 milliseconds, split the top 3, and welcome back into the top speed, and welcome back into the top of the timing page for Tricksy, the man second in the world championship, in igniting a chance for pole position tonight.
Yeah, I mean, Tricksy laying down the marker, obviously Nissev with more pace to come, but you want to have that position in the first place because you put the challenge to the others to beat it. And well, currently very close top 3.
Yeah, very close top 3. Obviously, you got Alex. Was Tricksy new tyres?
Yep.
Oh, that's very promising then from the Sev. That is.
James, do you want to say something?
Shut up, Will Buxton.
Is that what you wanted to say?
Yeah, if you're at the top, some people have to beat you. Nice one, pal.
No, well, that's just the truth.
Yeah, I know. His Will Buxton quotes. Have you been reading his biography or something, mate?
To finish the race, you have to cross the checkered flag, mate.
Shut up.
I mean, you might need to know that from your RFC career, to be fair. But did you cross the line in any of the races, James?
Yeah, the sprint.
To like finish.
Sprint in Miami.
You won in the points though. Any Grand Prix? You didn't finish a Grand Prix.
How many races did he do?
3.
Well,
Alex
I finished in the
Phillips,
points in RFC and a Sauber, so
Well, 2.5.
I don't want to hear anything.
2 races in a sprint.
You got points in the Sauber.
I did.
When did you race?
Season 3.
I wasn't around then.
7.
I was like P6. I mean, there's only like, I don't know, 14 drivers.
You're just a new gen to the league, Rio Harris.
I'm like a new gen.
I mean, I've been there since season 4.
You're an even more... You're a new gen, James.
No.
If you joined after season 5, you're very much a new gen.
I joined end of season 5.
Season
Yeah,
5
so
joined.
after season 5 you joined.
I joined during season 5 then.
You didn't.
Shut up.
Did I join end of season 4 or 5?
6 or
Like
7.
middle of season 5.
Was I there before James?
Yeah.
James, I think.
Sorry, I don't want to talk to you. I don't feel comfortable.
Anyway, the Alpine up first, and then it will be the Mercedes of Wave, then the Red Bull of Nissev, and the Ferrari of Webb. Who, safe to say, Webb, underwhelming as.
Bit of an interesting racing line there. To set
Is that
up
not
the
going to
lap.
give it? This is the next lap in validation.
I'm not sure. We'll see in a moment. Probably not.
Right.
Otherwise, it seems a bit silly. It hasn't.
Oh, right,
He's
okay.
away.
Go through turn 1 we go. I think that's actually quite smart, to be fair. It doesn't. I
Mercedes
think that
leaving
might.
the pits,
Oh my
everyone
god!
leaving
There's
the
a
pits.
traffic. There's a bit of traffic through there, but luckily for Porsche, doesn't impede it. Yellow flags out for slow-moving Red Bull and the Ferrari, who are probably just trying to give each other space. But towards turn number 5 we go. There's a whole kerfuffle of cars there. As the Aston Martin as well seems to be going a lot quicker compared to the others. At the end of the first sector, already 4/10 of a second down is the Alpine man as we go not flat out, through turn 7, through turn 8, towards turn number 9. The Alpine driver will go. Stand on the power on the exit of turn number 9. A little bit of a wobble there as he now deploys a bit of battery, but you want to make sure you've got basically almost a full battery pack for the whole of the strip. Through turn 10, through turn 11, towards the braking zone, under the bridge, through turn 12. How much do you want to cut that apex? Perfect cut there. That's exactly what the front runners want to do when fighting for pole. Half a second down is the Alpine driver, but obviously he's probably only fighting for around P7 or P8 considering the car he is in. But turns the battery off a lot more earlier than you would first anticipate as we do reach around 215, 216, 217. 217 miles an hour, 4 miles an hour quicker than we saw, I think, on board was the Red Bull as Wave goes fastest overall. In the middle sector, the Mercedes driver looking to gun for it as the Alpines looking to only gun for a top 7. Yellow flags are out for the Red Bulls who are initiating the tow once again as the Sev goes fast in the middle sector. Porsche just crosses the line. It's piece 9 only for the Alpine man. But what can the Mercedes man of Wave do? Wave is coming towards the line. He did set a purple middle sector which got snatched by Nissev as Wave crosses the line to go only for fastest 88 milliseconds away. Got the Red Bull of Nissev, championship leader, purple in the first, purple in the middle, looking to make it purple all round as Nissev crosses the line now to go half a second ahead of the rest as now the Ferrari comes over the line of Webb, only 7th fastest, 7/10 off the pace. That's a cracking lap by Nissev in the Red Bull as the Sauber of Señor Ghosts through turn 12, slightly tapping the wall on the exit of turn 12 as now we go flat out through turn number 13, only 4.5 down on the pole time. He's currently on for a front row, however, so obviously the rest have still got to go as down the Vegas strip we go. Sauber, we know that they've got good top speed, so that will help them no matter what. As towards turn number 14, 15 and 16 we go, the final braking zone of the lap. He should have enough battery to deploy all the way to the line. Cuts turn 15 a little bit less optimal as towards turn 17 we go. Alex still in the fight for pole as Señor Ghost in the kick Sauber crosses the line and goes 6 fastest ahead of Bryn in the Mercedes. The McLaren of Dylan, who has gone purple in the first sector, green in the middle sector. Bryn still looking to take pole as well, and the Mercedes behind as Dylan looking to go for pole position number 1 in RFC career. Over the line with Dylan, it's only good for second. Bryn crosses the line, only good for 4th as Alex Mills crosses the line now, only 4th fastest, half a second down as Dearman goes over the line, doesn't improve his time, but I think that's it for qualifying unless Tricksy, the man second in the World Championship, can do anything about it. The Red Bull driver coming to the line is Tricksy on the Sev. Which one of the Red Bulls is it? Tricksy makes it a 1-2, but it's Nissev on pole position, but a cracking lap. Just over 2.5 tenths clear of the rest of the field. I think that's it. Nissev sets the fastest time as Webb in the Ferrari, only in 8th. Porges only, I say only, 10th for the Alpine, but it is Nissev, a 30.108 pole position for the Las Vegas Grand Prix.
Advantage Nissev, and by quite a lot, really. I
Should
mean,
have found second.
yeah, totally blitzed it. And well, yeah, Tricksy though, keeping in play, and that's all you need to do. Especially this circuit. It's definitely not over yet, but Tricksy really needs to be taking points out of Nissev today.
About 8 out.
Night Owl joins back again.
He's back!
Well, McLaren quite a way off compared to where we were expecting them to be.
I see Alex over half a second away. Señor Ghosts, I think, that's very impressive. Well, Señor Ghosts.
That's Señor Ghosts mentality, you know. That's what James.
I'll give it
Señor Ghosts mentality.
Only Alex has forgot his he forgot his DRS apparently. Well,
He thinks he's got the Señor Ghosts mentality, mate.
and then he
Obviously.
forgot to open DRS.
Yeah. Señor Ghosts doesn't open DRS. DRS opens Señor Ghosts. What? He's not Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
Anyway, time for the race. So, it's going to be dry, seems, because we did see rain the other day, and it probably shouldn't have been, but, well, when the lobby got restarted, it was rain.
Eagles getting banned in the morning.
It's horrible. I have to keep switching. Sometimes my headset, bloody, like, because the cable's so wacky, I have to sometimes change the input and output thing again. If I ran
Colours again.
The RFC commentators and wacky headset cables. That's now 2 RFC commentators. The
Is the
wacky
other?
headset cable.
What, does Eagle have
Eagle.
a wacky headset?
Yeah, he got another one now, but there was a wacky one where he just like
Oh.
stop talking or stop being able to hear randomly. Night Owl's gone.
No.
Night Owl.
Who's he racing for again?
Ferrari.
Oh, flipping heck. It's all Rio Harris's fault.
Put the curse on the Ferrari. Only one Ferrari is allowed to do well, ever, clearly.
It's not Red Bull, mate. Shut up.
Well, both Red Bulls are doing well, though. They're looking to get into the Constructors' fight as well. Oh,
Will
emotional
Buxton,
up.
mate.
I bet the top 10 are all mediums.
Everyone is, apart from Night Owl. I don't think Night Owl even... Don't know if Night Owl even has a choice. Don't think Night Owl is in control. We will. I'll send Night Owl another invite just in case.
You can't. I mean, hopefully, the AI could keep him out of trouble if there is a major pile-up. Like, I think we've had a major pile-up at every single Las Vegas Grand Prix in real life, especially 2023, considering how low grip it is naturally in Las Vegas. Obviously, the hard tyres are not a friend on race starts in F1 in 2025.
Yep, well, this should be an easy one-stop, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Right, yeah.
Ferrari will make it a way to make it a two-stop.
A Dwayne Deguia, without a doubt.
Hard, medium, into wet, probably soft. Anyway, Night Owl's back now. So,
It'll disconnect
I
in
mean,
5
I wonder if Night Owl, you can like hit before the start of before you even like, if you're at the back, you can kind of just turn into the pit straight away. I mean, you are you are crossing the line, but you never know. You could get away with it.
Someone's been disqualified. Someone's on the grid.
Yeah.
Racing paused.
Diegox. Yeah.
I'm
Tim.
just calling Diego at this point.
I don't know how to say it. To
No,
be
because
fair.
that's not his name, you fraud.
Just remove the X. Pretend the X doesn't
Like,
exist.
he's living up to the name fraud. Harris,
Anyway, there's a
isn't he?
huge gap here. Bradley in the race.
It looks like an AI controlling based from the weaving.
Maybe he went to get food or something.
Well, anyway, in the sunny haze.
He is in control there, surely, no, at least.
Oh yeah, he's there.
Anyway, we're going to be waiting a while for Night Owl. Lining up
There you
around
go.
the final corner.
Well, today, it could be a championship deciding day. Miracles need to happen on the Sev side to be able to take the crown today. But as Night Owl slowly approaches the grid, taking his sweet time, finally, not yet, finally in position on the grid. It's a Red Bull front row lockout. Then the two McLarens lock out the second row. Then the two Mercedes lock out the third row. It's 3 teams in each 3 rows of the grid. Las Vegas is normally a spectacle for entertainment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights in Vegas for the Vegas Grand Prix. It's go to turn 1, and it seems to be an even start between the 2 Red Bulls. Down towards turn 1 we go. The Red Bulls go in formation. Through turn 1 we go. The 2 McLarens side by side running outside. Goes the McLaren, both McLarens are on the inside. The Mercedes then it will switch to the outside for I think maybe Bryn trying to go. It was Alex Mills as down the strip, down towards turn number 5 we go. The McLaren pulling out to the inside to try and defend from the onslaught being passed by the Mercedes as bloody hell, Señor Ghosts has got past the Mercedes as well. In towards turn number 5, down the inside goes the other Mercedes to get back ahead of Señor Ghosts, but it is Red Bull 1-2 from both McLarens and both Mercedes. Evans ahead of Wave and then Dylan ahead of Mills as well. And the 7 Tricksy keeping as they were as Ben Dearman looking rounding outside of turn 8 for the inside of turn number 9. Señor Ghosts and Ben Dearman side by side. We now got 2 Saubers as we go towards turn number 10 and turn number 11. Ben Dearman, I think, has got the place on Señor Ghosts. Yes, he has got the place on Señor Ghosts, but Ghosts is not going to want to give this one up. Down towards turn number 12 we go. He does have to bail out as the Ferrari seems to get close to the rear of the Sauber man as side by side Bradley and Porges go as the Alpine down in the P12, but down the strip we go for the first time in 25 laps. It is Nissev from Tricksy and Dylan, Mills, Evans, Wave, Dearman, Ghost, Webb, Parker, Porges, Bradley, Diego, Owl, Beanick, Tarantino and Van Bergen. Owl's made up 3 places on this race start due to Van Bergen and Tarantino being at the back of the field. Into turn 14 we go, and look how close they all concertina up through 14, 15 to 16, a bit deep there from Señor Ghost. That could put the Ferrari on them as well as we go down towards turn number 17, the final corner of the racetrack. The Ferrari gaining in the slipstream, but out in front, the top 3 very close, and the 2 Red Bulls look to do battle in towards turn number 1 we go. Nissev leads by 99 milliseconds from Tricksy and Dylan Mills, and the McLarens staying aside as the Williams and the Aston Martin side by side through turn 3 and then through turn 4 running outside. Bradley's trying it, but Parker holds on as down towards turn number 5 we go, and Dylan in the McLaren looking to put pressure on as the Red Bulls almost doing battle. Tricksy Dylan trying to force a move to put Tricksy on the inside of his teammates. Bradley gets ahead of Parker, is in pit lane. Van Bergen and Andy go, but once again this battle's going on between Parker and Bradley. Running outside, Parker shovels Bradley off the road, but then Bradley gets to the wall and out to the races. No, just big front wing damage, and Bradley once again, I think it just seemed to be that Bradley just drove him into the wall. Big damage and big contact between the Aston Martin and the Williams driver. It just seemed to me that Bradley just decided to run in straight into the wall there, as you can see on the right there. It seems to be just open to spearing and driving into the wall there.
I mean, he definitely cut across the curb, and he wasn't really alongside, like, enough. At the point he tried to overtake around there. But, well, obviously, Tarantino and Van Bergen, they got caught up towards the back of the field on the first lap, and they're both running down there having boxed. And, as well, you have Parker and Bradley being detached and with damage as well.
Webb looking close, based on the time and pace. I saw Señor went a bit deep, but actually side by side, the Sauber and the Ferrari were side by side through turn 17 we go. Seems to be the Ferrari might have got off track, but in towards turn 1 we go, and it is Webb Now we're ahead of Señor Ghosts. I saw Señor Ghosts through turn 14 in the braking zone. Went a little bit deep there, and that allowed Webb to get the exit out of turn number 16 to then allow him to make the move through turn 17, like we saw Hamilton do on Sargent in 2023. Lovely move there by the Ferrari man, and he's improved one place, and he's probably at least one place away from where you'd expect him to be, considering he's in one of the top 4 teams. But through turn 5 we go. Bradley has retired from the race, costing Williams even more money, and that's probably going to be Williams bankrupt by the end of the season, if I'm not... I mean, right on. Parker does come
I don't think Williams is going to be bankrupt now, I can't lie.
Anyway, the Red Bulls seeming to be split apart a little bit. Dylan keeping the pressure up, but Evans seemed very close to the rear of Alex Mills. Only 2/10 the gap was. Yellow green flags now waving as Bradley's car's no longer visible on the track. But look how close Bryn has got to the rear of Alex as we go down the strip. But this is probably the plan by Red Bull. Tricksy recharges a lot to get this 9/10 of a second gap and make sure he's got the DRS so then he can recharge the battery to defend from Dylan. But down the strip we go, and Dylan is slightly gaining, but he's not going to be gaining enough. And you just see Tricksy flashing his rear light to show that he's recharging his battery, because surely no way he's got under 10% batteries. Look how close Bryn is getting on board with the Mercedes, almost tagging the wall, slip and slide through 14, 15 and 16 as towards turn number 17 we go. Ben Dearman's now been dropped out of DRS as well, as the McLaren looking to make a move into turn number 1. Has a little look to the inside, but nothing in there. Forces Tricksy a bit deep on the brakes through turn 1 and 2 towards turn 3 and 4. Is going to put him a little bit offline through 3 and 4, but now down towards turn number 5. Mons, is there going to be a move upcoming surely sooner than later, as Night Owl has retired from the race? As towards turn number 5 we go. Pulls out to the inside, is looking to go down the inside, thinks about the move, rear locks, but now on the exit on turn number 5, can he make a move through 6 on the entry towards turn number 7? Is he going to make a dive on the inside? Has a little look, but Mons, he's trying to force the move and make an error come out from Tricksy.
Yeah, I mean, he was very much trying to dive on the inside turn 5, but he definitely wasn't very much alongside, but maybe just trying to put the Red Bull off, and then into the next few corners. Very difficult to spot your braking point into turn 7, I think. You can't really see what's going on. And anyway, the gap's kind of spread out a little bit more now, but Bryn's still right behind his former teammate down the Las Vegas strip, and he's almost pushing the McLaren along. But now, as we get DRS open, the ERS levels, I can see second and third don't really have a lot of ERS, and the cars behind do. So there could be moves in the next lap or so, as I think Webb going for it on Dearman round the outside. Dearman tries to fight it side by side between the Aston Martin and Ferrari. They leave each other space. They do extremely well to keep out of the barriers as behind Ghosts and the Alpine of Porges battle away. And Webb is ahead of Dearman, but Dearman's coming back down towards turn 1. Might be able to get a cutback, a decent exit. And this battle's going to go on, but the battle in front could still be going on as well. But I think their gaps should be a little bit too much to make a move, and we'll stay watching as, yep, the train in front behaves. And Dearman is behind Webb.
Diego looks close to the rear of Porges as we're on the outside. At turn number 5, you don't see many moves on the outside, but a lovely move by the Racing Bulls driver to get his car into the points, considering he started down in P6 in a lovely Las Vegas Grand Prix for Diego so far. But Nissev continues to lead the way, and Red Bull, I think. I mean, I said they were trying the game with the recharging, but I don't really think it's working. Letting Tricksy obviously back off to recharge, but what is Tricksy's battery now? Surely it must be a bit better in comparison to the end of the strip last time, as only 50% considering he's setting the whole lap. But Dylan is going to try and make the move in towards turn number 14. We've seen Leclerc make late bacon brews. Will there be the guts and the confidence from Dylan to make a similar dive bomb move in towards turn number 14? He's getting close, but not close enough. Is the McLaren driver. It has to stay tucked up behind, and the top 6 stay as they were as they started the last lap.
Yeah, I mean, it's so difficult to make a move in a DRS train, especially when Red Bull are kind of opening up the gap. So Tricksy's not... It's basically Nissev is being completely spared of any wheel-to-wheel drama at the moment because Tricksy's too far behind on the straight. Tricksy doesn't catch Nissev, and then everyone else just has to kind of sit in the train.
Be a chance here.
Yeah, as once again, Tricksy under pressure from Dylan. Is he going to shape for a move in turn 5? feigns to the inside, but just trying to force the Red Bull
Good
offline.
exit.
Yep.
Send it. Just send it. You've got to do something.
Tricksy defends, though, to be fair, the inside line, as I think Dearman's got back ahead of Webb on that little straight.
Yeah.
And they're just going to swap over. They're a little bit stuck now because it's difficult when everyone else has got DRS to catch back up. But of course, some battling. They could be back with it, but the top 6 seems to have broken away here on lap 6.
You've got to try something. You have to try something here. You can't just apply you can't just hope the DRS happens. Bit of a poor exit there for Dylan, and this could allow his teammate onto him.
Yeah, there's very even gaps though between Dylan, Mills and Evans. And well, once again, it seems like Dylan is quite close, but he's not close enough to make a move once again. But any kind of mistake in the braking zone could cause quite the accident. At turn number 14, Dearman's still ahead of Webb.
It is really just all depending on the battery levels. Obviously, I mean, Dylan, I think if he can suspend a lap being competitive and recharge, get enough battery, he's forcing Tricksy to use all his deployment through the strip, and he probably doesn't really have a lot left. As actually, it's roles reversed now. It is now Dylan with the less amount of battery.
Mills is being let past, I think. This is surely a McLaren order.
Side. And Alex does get through. The Mercedes of Bryn does have a little look, but Papyrus coming into play as Bryn might try and shape a move now on the inside of turn number 7. Thinks about it, but doesn't do anything.
Red Bull can break away.
7 and 8. Red Bulls, yeah. Was that really the smartest thing to do by the McLarens? That's just, I mean, that cost them quite a lot of time, really. But now, because of how close Tricksy's going to be forced to the rear end of Sev, that's probably going to cost him a bit of time through here. Obviously, he will gain. I mean, I say he will gain. He's not really gained much. He actually lost 100. But through this corner, that's going to cost Tricksy a lot of time. Surely Alex does get back in the DRS. Through there. No.
Not sure, because he's just going to burn everything, and the Red Bulls are going to swap over. But then surely Mills, if the Red Bulls do swap over, Mills will be within DRS of Nissev then, I think. Oh no, but he doesn't have DRS, of course, so he's not really going to gain a lot. So, yeah, Red Bull...
The battery will cancel that out.
Yeah.
But, I mean, being tucked up like this, that's going to cost him time anyway, and Alex will be right back in a minute. He will literally be back by the end of the next lap. There's your tyre wear for you then. Did Nissev just go from 44 to 43%?
Not sure.
Oh, there you go, he's back at 44 anyway. But I'm going to presume Alex is back in the DRS now, considering that little kerfuffle between the two Red Bulls. As yeah, there you go. Oh, yeah, it wouldn't have taken long considering how close they were getting to each other. Speaking of almost losing DRS, Wave starting to drop back a bit as the pace has been picked up a bit from the top 5. Wave now starting to drop a little bit away. 1.4 seconds on lap 6.
Yeah.
Okay. Anywho, the Red Bulls surely... I mean, the Red Bulls have been in formation since the lights went out. Is this just their plan? Maybe then Tricksy will then box, and then the Sev can obviously get the lap fresher tyres. The Red Bulls, yes, they're teammates, but they're also they're championship rivals. You can't just go into this, oh, we're only going to focus on the constructors here. Yes, they're fighting for it. I don't actually know what the Constructors' Championship is. I haven't actually looked at it. I don't actually know if you've got that one set up. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Red Bull, they need...
hang on. Hang on a minute.
And pause quick, we could see a change of lead. Yeah. Down the strip we go, and the two Red Bulls are side by side. And for the first time, we see a change of lead in the Las Vegas Grand Prix. The two Red Bulls are side by side, or were side by side. Tricksy now leads the Las Vegas Grand Prix ahead in the Sev, and then Dearman might try and shape up a move, but could Tricksy come back at, could Nissev come back at Tricksy down towards turn number 1? I don't think he's got the battery to do so anyway, but the slipstream will be playing a major effect anyway. Through turn 17 we go. Nissev is gaining, he's gaining, has a little look to the inside, but nothing doing there. Almost contact at the rear between the two Red Bulls. A 10th and a half split him on the mid-apex at turn number 1, but they have now dropped Alex from DRS.
Yeah, but Alex, a little bit of a wobble there from Nissev on the exit. It could allow Alex back in. He won't get DRS on this straight though. But Nissev's going to be tucked right up behind Tricksy. And Nissev actually, he's going to be tucked up right behind this. Nissev's going to be tucked up behind Tricksy. And Mills will probably get back to Nissev. Once again, as I'm just going to really quickly try and I've done the names wrong. The name is literally because I put Red Bull instead of Red Bull Racing. Just tell me if something's like happening that I'm missing because I can't actually see it right now.
Alex has almost been dropped out of DRS again. We actually has been dropped out of DRS. I can't see how the swap from the McLarens is actually done in the thing. If anything, it's made the two McLarens slower. It's made Dylan slower. He's just taking them behind. And surely, there you go. There's a constructors fight. Only 23 points between McLaren and Red Bull now. If it were to finish like this, of course. But surely the McLarens are going to swap around once again. But I don't understand it, Mons. I don't understand why the McLarens did swap. Dylan's pacing fine.
I mean, they basically got the same amount of ERS, even like when they swapped. So it's not like one of them had masses of pace to go on. Exactly. And actually now, here we go. Bryn Evans looking to get involved, and the two McLarens are going to be side by side without really wanting to be. And Bryn Evans looking to pick up the scraps as they're almost side by side. As Dylan has to back off, and that could allow Bryn Evans sliding on the exit to pull wheel to wheel with Dylan. Can he get a good exit? As Dylan's a little bit off the normal line, but he's not going to gain enough, and he doesn't really burn much ERS there, to be fair.
I think the only hope here for McLaren, I think the only hope for this lead train, or not lead train, for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth, one McLaren and one Mercedes, they have to pit together. They have to pit together so they can nullify the Red Bull's DRS on their out lap, which this is the optimal lap to box, lap 10. I would say if Dylan and Bryn pit together, then they would be able to get back at it. Obviously, I don't think Alex is the quickest McLaren currently in race trim, considering the fact that Alex is the one that is dropping away, and we could see a change of position, not only for the lead again, but also for the final podium spot. There's a little bit of a wobble there by Dylan as we go down the strip.
Bryn is right behind. We could see a few passes on the same straight here, but Mills is burning everything he's got to try and hold on, but now DRS is active, and Dylan will surely be going past, but Bryn Evans looking to follow as well on the outside line. As the two McLaren side by side through 14 and 15, and still Mills is ahead. And is someone going to box now? It seems like Dylan. Yep, Dylan is boxing, but also one of the Red Bulls. Yep.
Right, speeding the pit lane, gents. And then, so both Mercedes. I'm surprised the Mercedes didn't come in there as the old switcheroo. Almost contact, and round goes the McLaren and Mills ever so slightly, and through goes the Mercedes of Wave, making up 2 places in the marathon. Thank you, and he says thank you very much. He's got them both for the exit of turn number 2, and Wave has got 2 for the price of 1.
Well, the two former teammates there colliding down through the first couple of corners. Just see slight tap from when Bryn Evans ran into the back of Mills, but then Mills spinning.
Trigger happy.
Yeah, and then obviously Wave has gone through. So that, I mean, Dylan is going to get quite the undercut on these cars, but that's not really who he wants to undercut.
I think Alex is quite lucky that Bryn was there. Otherwise, Alex is in the wall and he's got front wing damage. Bryn basically saved Alex there from going in the wall completely.
Yeah, and well, I wonder.
Rio knows a lot about going in a wall.
Nissev should probably be in this lap.
You presume so. The Mercedes could do swapping again. They can't double stack. One of them has to go for the 12th lap, and obviously there's always the chance of a safety car. So one Mercedes could get very lucky, as the McLaren might think of a late breaking move in towards turn number 14. No, nothing doing there. And I'm going to presume, because Bryn's now the lead Mercedes, Bryn will come into pit lane. Yep, as expected. Alex? Oh, no, I thought he was going to continue there. No, is he? They're going side by side, is Alex? Is it, or is Alex coming into pit lane? He is! He's going for the move, going for the lead. Nissev in pit lane. And now this is your battle for the lead. Nissev and Bryn in the pit lane, as well as the Ferrari of Webb, as well as the Red Bull crew service that car very nicely. As where is Tricksy and where is Dylan as well? Dylan, how close is he to Nissev through turn number 1? Where is the McLaren? There is the McLaren. And I'll tell you what, the undercut has worked magnificently here for Dylan. He's now got DRS on Nissev, and I'm going to presume Tricksy's going to allow Nissev back into DRS of him, and now Dylan's basically back in the fight for the lead of this Grand Prix. However, Wave and Alex, I don't really get their plan of staying out. It's just going to cost them a lot more time than necessary. Look at the spin that cost Bryn 4 seconds total there.
Yeah, I mean, that lap was just very costly for quite a few drivers.
Oh,
And well, especially costly, I mean, for Mills and Wave still out there. They're just going to be completely out of this, seems.
indeed, but obviously we saw you see the battling that happens towards the end of Grand Prix. DRS chicken, it can always bring them back into it. But I'm going to presume Nissev almost back in DRS, but Dylan has got the chance for a win here as Alex pulls out to the inside to overtake the Mercedes and gain back that place a little bit deep on the brakes. And now this could allow the Mercedes to move another run back at him as towards turn number 17 we go. Is it going to be a race to the pit lane? I think the Mercedes is just going to recharge just to make sure that there is no shenanigans there. But Alex breaks early into pit lane. A little bit of rear locking by the Mercedes and double front locks to make sure and ensure he slows the car down. That little shenanigan at turn 14, 15 and 16 cost him at least another 7.5 tenths of a second. The Red Bulls not closed up yet, as where does Alex and Ev Bryn come out in comparison to the Mercedes of Bryn?
Damon's going to be ahead, I
close.
think.
And Ben Dearman is now into 5th place. The Aston Martin out of absolutely nowhere. The spin, the half spin I should say, by Alex has now brought Ben Dearman in contention for a top 4, a top 5, as Nissev is almost back in DRS to Dylan, and Dylan is now back in the lead fight for the Las Vegas Grand Prix win.
Yeah, well, it's been changed from like a 6-car battle, and now we have the 3 cars, and well, Dearman in Aston Martin's championship doing a good job. Obviously Aston Martin completely losing their lineup halfway through the season, but Dearman has done well so far. Did well in Mexico,
well,
definitely remember, and he did well. Well, I think he did well in Brazil as well. Then he got a 2 penalty points after the race, like way after, because they missed a ticket. Anyway, Wave goes past Mills, and Mills trying to come back. He's got DRS.
I think that's the most swapping around I've ever seen in a matter of moments. James has now left the VC.
As well, Red Bull 1-2, but what order is it going to be? As Nissev wants to get back through, I'm sure, but they need to try and shake off Dylan or just keep him there. They don't want Dylan getting between them.
Yeah, without a doubt. Obviously, Dylan's just here for vibes now. I think the Red Bulls, they've had their strategy and they haven't been. No one pierced the Red Bull 1-2 since the lights went out. Obviously, the only position changes the Red Bulls have had is between one another. Speaking of position changes, Señor Ghosts is looking to get back to around where he qualified. I think he's qualified like 7th. Yeah, he qualified 7th. Ben Dearman currently made up 4 places at the moment. There's not been a lot of major position changes as Andy is in the pit lane again for the Haas crew, as Dylan starting to close up now to the rear of the Red Bulls. And this is if you can get close through here and stay close, you can force something. If you can make Nissev use the battery pack, you're forcing it. You're forcing the battery to be used, and then force an overtake, and then it will put the other Red Bull at a disadvantage as well. But I don't think this time around he will be close enough. But the race lead could be about to change. Nissev is gaining, pulling out to the inside. No, he's going to stay tucked up behind. That's going to allow Dylan to close up even more, and Dylan now might be able to challenge in towards turn 17 of turn. What a lag going on, I think, on my end. I'm not actually too sure. That's down towards turn 17 we go. This is the best chance Dylan has had so far. Nissev goes slightly defensive. Dylan is gaining through turn 17 into turn number 1. Will he go for the lunge? He will think of it, but he won't go for it. And Dylan, not a lot of battery left, around 25-30% left in that McLaren, as through turn 3 and turn 4 we go. Very, very wide line taken there by Nissev, but the McLaren ones applying the pressure.
Yep, Dylan, he just needs to keep doing exactly that, because eventually the Red Bulls will get in a bit of a sticky situation, as Dylan goes a little bit deep there, I think, turn 5, and that cost him 2 tenths. But he'll look to try and get that back, rides over the curbs, turn number 7.
I think Bryn's locked in now for 4th, and then it'll be Ben, Alex and Wave fighting for 5th, 6th and 7th. as you can just see Bryn there starting to streak away a bit from the Aston Martin. Obviously no track limit warnings yet for Alex, for Wave, for Tricksy, or for Nissev. But obviously it's quite hard to pick up track limits around here in Las Vegas, especially considering the fact that you can barely cut any corners. Maybe
turn 15, 16, around there.
I mean, yeah, and turn 12.
Yeah, turn 12.
7. Is the Red Bulls maybe going side by side, and the Red Bulls are doing battle side by side. The Red Bulls go, almost contact, and now Dylan's got his chance. This is the chance he needed. He needed to force something between the two Red Bulls, as neither of them have got any battery left, and he's looking for inside or outside. Switches to the outside to try and get the cutback, and which way will Tricksy defend it? Down on the inside, diving late on the brakes. Contact almost between the pair of them through turn 1, through turn 2, towards turn 3 and 4. Ran outside now for 3 and 4. Tricksy hanging it in, wheel banging slightly between the pair of them now on the rundown towards turn number 5, side by side between the Red Bull and the McLaren, doing battle as Dylan looking round the outside, and Dylan had his chance, but he can't enable his chance. But now maybe on the exit at turn number 5, through turn 6 and towards turn number 7, will we see a lunge on the inside? Tricksy goes defensive, maybe going to go deep, keeps it on the apex, makes the apex, and Tricksy lives to find another day in second place. And that move from Nissev just put Tricksy under all sorts of pressure, and Dylan has had his first chance of a go at the Red Bulls.
Yeah, great racing from the pair of them, really. Through the first few corners, keeping it clean, keeping it side by side. Dylan unable to capitalise on that kind of moment between the two Red Bull cars, but I'm sure there'll be more. We've still got quite a long way to go.
And remaining here in Las Vegas, down the strip once more, and we know Tricksy's low on battery. How much has Dylan got? I think they're both just going to focus on recharging as down the strip we go. Yeah, absolutely nothing left. Either one of them. Could we see a late break-in move by Dylan? Nah, it's just not close enough yet. There's actually side by side between Wave and Alex. Ben Dearman's been dispatched by the pair of them, which I think we actually kind of missed that one, as Ben Dearman back down into 7th place, which is still a good result, a great result for the Aston Martin crew, considering the Aston Martin isn't good in the top speed fight. As down in towards turn number 1 we go once again, this time a bit more calmer, isn't it, through turn number 1 in comparison to the last lap.
Yeah, I mean, they need to have a bit of a charge up few laps. I mean, position changes from now to the end. Dylan really just needs to see if he can split the Red Bulls if possible. Otherwise, I mean, I'm sure elbows might come out between the two Red Bulls as we get towards the end of the race, obviously fighting for the Drivers' Championship. I think Tricksy's kind of resigned to the fact that it's going to be a difficult challenge to overcome the points gap, but if there's an opportunity, he wants to keep in play. And well, for the constructors though, this is very good for Red Bull looking to challenge McLaren. McLaren having a very comfortable lead mid-season, but Red Bull really turning it up to 11 since the season break. They've been gaining a lot, and with Elias not driving, they've really gained a lot. And Dylan with a bit of a shaky exit there out of turn number 12, and there won't really be challenges on this lap, I don't think.
No, I don't think so, but down the strip we go, down towards turn number 14 we go. My laptop is completely lagging all over the shop now. But anywho, is my mic lagging or is my mic fine?
No, mic is fine.
It's just a screen share for me then. Oh well. Anyway, on the exit of turn number 16, down towards turn number 17 we go.
The stream if you want.
No, that's alright, it's alright. It's fine. So I think it's sorted itself out now. It's only every now and again. As actually, the gap between Wave and Evans is almost under a second. The Mercedes of Wave has stamped it up. 1.2 seconds gain on the previous lap. A major lap there by the Mercedes. It goes a bit deep through turn number 1. And it's actually now dropped Alex Mills in the McLaren. So, Wave, has he got DRS now? I think he has,
He does, yeah.
He has. Great driving here from Wave to drop the McLaren of Alex, who seems to be struggling on the hard compound tyres, whilst his teammate in the lead fight of the Las Vegas Grand Prix, quite equal tyre wear.
Dearman's tyre's not ideal, but obviously Dearman had a couple of laps undercut. And well, that has allowed him to get into this kind of battle. And well, I mean, obviously the battling as well did help in the spin from Alex, but Ghosts as well with the same tyre wear, so.
It's a shame that there's no point for the fastest lap for Andy. First time I think we've actually seen him on stream.
I mean, he's outside the top 10 anyway, so.
I know. As the Mercedes looking to probably swap around here. Because Evans, I don't actually know why he hugged the inside line there. The Mercedes going wheel to wheel. They are now. DRS being enabled, wheel to wheel, the two silver arrows go as the Red Bull seems to get a bit closer towards turn 17. The Mercedes do swap around. The gap was 3.5 tenths between the two Red Bulls on the exit of the turn on the entry of turn number 14, but through turn 17 now we go, and it is Red Bull 1 and 2. Dylan starting to fall back a little bit.
Dylan really just wants to be there at the end of the race. He did really well, obviously, with the strategy to get back with the Red Bulls when it looked like they might have escaped. And now any mistake and the Red Bulls could capitalise. But obviously any mistake from the Red Bull, and Dylan's right there, so wonder. I mean, Mills is back with the Mercedes, and actually Dearman's dropped away now. So Dearman looks rooted to 7th place.
He's saying
Salmer's in the
you got
points.
Webb.
Yeah.
You got Webb as well catching now Dearman as well with a rear lock there. Yeah, 28 milliseconds gained on the last lap, but now Ben Dearman's lost the DRS for the full lap. Maybe this is where Webb will be able to start clawing at the time of the Ferraris. We've had such a lean season in Tier 1, excluding obviously Brazil finally got their race win for the first time since I think it was Baku.
Yeah.
From Danny Zwart in Azerbaijan, taking a flawless victory.
And then who was the Ferrari winner before that? Oh, it's Rio Harris.
Where was it?
All the way back in Miami.
Oh my.
So here we go, 3 wide.
But anyway, the Mercedes doing battle. Oh, on the inside, Alex laid on the brakes. Might be damage to the Mercedes there, as Bryn does hang it out around the outside. No damage on that. I thought it was front left end plate damage. As down the straight, not down the straight, bloody hell, down the main straight towards turn 17 we go. And Bryn does hold his ground against Alex Mills. There is front wing damage.
Very minor though. It's not visual, and well, that kind of happens sometimes where. So he might have damage, he might not. Sometimes people have said they haven't got damage when I see that, but slight brush to the wall, it's probably something very minor.
Well, two teams which don't get a lot of points. I mean, obviously, apart from when Tricksy was at the team, of course, Racing Bulls, they did get a lot of points. Señor Ghosts running 9th, and then obviously Beatnik v Diego. For the final points position, we've got battles for the top 3, 4th, 5th, and 6th. And for 10th and 11th. This is the only battle on track at the minute at this current moment in time, but they're probably the most crucial positions for you could be fighting for the lower teams to have a chance. Actually, Sauber, because they've got this worst car on the
Martin
grid.
has been in the chat saying Beatnik not on points anymore. I mean, he's back in it now. Ghost could back off to help. I don't think Ghost wants to be risking being involved in a trade with the Racing Bulls and potentially even the Alpine catching up as well. That could put big jeopardy in there.
Something's going to happen between the Red Bulls, surely. As the Mercedes, very, very close. And Bryn did have a look, and Alex got very close to the rear there of Bryn Evans. But now, through 14, 15 and 16, Andy's only our second driver to pick up a track limit penalty from just warnings in general. As down the main straight we go, Alex is getting closer, but not close enough on Bryn this time. And maybe just trying to focus on reach under Dylan. This is the closest he's been, Dylan, in a little while. To the McLaren, but then loses 2 tenths.
I think he might have had a bad line in that corner. Gained a lot then in the entry, but then lost about 3 tenths on the exit. So maybe running a little bit deep, gained time, but then lost it. But he's still right there. But he has got the least DRS by far out of the top 3.
I mean, the Red Bull pace, it's been shown that Red Bull's not slacking on the pace. They're forcing Dylan to give it basically everything in that McLaren as he's don't just save your battery at this point. You might as well just save it. You don't really gain a lot of draining the whole time. And then the Nissev currently sound 47 compared to Tricksy's. I think that was 61%. Through turn 12 we go. Is there a chance opening for Dylan? He would need a miracle. He would need the active aero system right about now. He would need the front wing to open as well to give himself that extra bit of top speed as we go down the Las Vegas Strip. We have to wait a couple of months for the F1 games to get that. We got to wait just over a month before the Australian Grand Prix in real life. to see the systems in action. As through 14, 15 and 16 we go once again, and the top three are split by just over 8 tenths of a second as Mercedes still running 4th and 5th, keeping the McLaren of Alex Mills at bay, probably doing the tactic which the Red Bulls are doing, just keeping one in front to push, let the other one recharge and stay behind them, and then just make sure that they've got the back to defend. But here goes Alex now, looking around the outside, nothing doing there. Maybe trying the up and under. These two make contact here, a couple laps to go. This time it's Bryn who has the little bit of a wobble, but Bryn this time, unlike Alex, not spinning the car 90 degrees. Now through turn number 5 we go. Dylan starting to close up once again. The Mercedes as well, closing up a little bit more as well. But Dylan is starting to close up a little bit more again, Lons.
Yeah, he is right there, but we've seen this before, where he's been right there and not been able to make a move. He had that one really good opportunity, and he couldn't capitalise, but he's just going to have to wait for the Red Bulls to fight, I think, and there could be an opportunity for the McLaren to slip through on one, or maybe both of them. Alex Mills almost going for it on Bryn Evans there. Bryn Evans had a little bit of a wobbly kind of time coming out of turn 16. Slight wobble, and Alex Mills tried to pull alongside, but Bryn defended, and Alex was unable to get through.
Then over till it's over.
And Mercedes, Mercedes kind of trying to do the Red Bull strategy, almost. Probably on Alex Mills.
I mean, as I think as evident from the 2024 Austrian Grand Prix, it ain't over till it's over. There's always chances for fireworks.
Alex
Mills
to the outside
towards
line.
Alex.
It goes wide.
Oh. We'll get a track limit warning for that, but we'll probably have to get that removed. Maybe contact between Bryn and Alex now maybe out of DRS as the Red Bulls do get very, very close to turn 1. But I didn't actually see what happened there. I just saw, look to the right-hand side mirror. Maybe it's just Bryn faking that move and then squeezes Alex into the wall, moving on the braking there by Bryn Evans, which just puts his former teammate into the wall and arguably falling out on the chance for P5. And now Alex has actually now been dropped. But once again, look how close Dylan is able to get through here. And this is the closest he's been. And he's looking for all on the inside. Contact almost between the side pod and the front tyre. Oh, God. We're on the outside of turn 8. Contact again on the inside of turn number 9. This time, Dylan's got the move done. But this time, now he's in front. He's not going to have the DRS down the strip, but Dylan is now through, and now he's trying to let Tricksy back through, and now could these two play a bit of DRS chicken as side by side they went through turn 11, and this time now Dylan, who has got the DRS, and he's not got a lot of ERS, but the DRS might be able to help him get the move done. This is the best chance on the third to last lap. We're about to head onto the penultimate lap. But Dylan is gaining in the slipstream, pulls out to the inside, and it's going to go for it on the Red Bull driver, down the inside at turn 14, under the outside for 15, almost contact, but then maybe the switchback on the exit at 16, but now on the run down towards turn 17, no battery left for Dylan as the Tricksy, he's gaining, Dylan descends the inside, Tricksy tries to cut back through 17, he would then have the outside, but turn number 1 on the penultimate lap of this race, and Dylan has got through, but Tricksy trying the up and under, a little bit of a wobble, but Dylan's got the place.
Yeah, well, this has definitely won the race for Nissev. After all of that, so much time loss. Started at turn number 7, where Dylan went for it down the inside. Wasn't really front wheel to mirror, front wheel to mirror, so might have a little bit of explaining to do as well. The next move as well was a little bit kind of on the edge, but Tricksy obviously opening the door, Dylan going for it. And well, now it's a battle for P2. Nissev in the championship fight is getting a lot closer.
But now for Nissev, Tricksy can't get back through. Maybe Nissev does then let off like Verstappen did at the end of the 23 Grand Prix to try and give Checo a bit of slipstream, but maybe Nissev can do even more and try and get what will give Tricksy the DRS if Tricksy can get back through, and he seems very close to do so. Tyre wear, line astern almost pretty much, but down the strip we go. It's the chance on once again for Tricksy. La Vega strip has given us all the overtakes, but now Tricksy will put out to the outside and will make the move done. And Tricksy is back through into second place.
Yeah, Tricksy But still, as it stands, he'll need to outscore Nissev by quite a lot next week if he wants to keep this going. But he's just wants to fight for second now. Race win is gone unless something dramatic happens with Nissev. I mean, there is a lap car, which I think he has actually lapped now. Parker in the pits.
I could say not another lap car.
So we're on the final lap of the race.
Final lap has started, but one thing for certain, I think, Mons, Nissev's our race winner today.
Yep, Nissev just needs to bring it home now. We're going to see, though, Tricksy and Dylan fight it all the way to the line. Photo finishes are possible dive bombs at turn number 14. Saw from Charles Leclerc in 2023. Overtaking Sergio Perez from very far back. Yeah.
Perez on in 2024 and Lawson and Magnussen, obviously 3 wide, not recommended.
Perez also almost came back up to the line in 2023. He tried to fight it back.
Oh, yeah.
It's not over until it's over here in Las Vegas. And well, we're heading to the Las Vegas strip for the 25th and final time, and Tricksy is about 7/10 of a second lead.
Down the strip we go. It's just going to come down the battery. It's a Williams, I think, getting lapped. Be Racing Bulls, I think someone was getting lapped there.
Parker's on lapping himself on the race leader.
Parker going for it. But I think it's going to be Linus Stern. I think Dylan hasn't got the battery to fight this. But the championship leader, once again in RFC, he's gunning for the jackpot in the championship. But here in Vegas tonight, the jackpot has been cashed out. And it's another win in the strips of Vegas, winning the Las Vegas Grand Prix to the line. It's a Red Bull 1-2. Tricksy in second, Dylan in third. It will be Mercedes 4th and 5th. But due to Brin's penalty, Mills will get him around the outside at turn number 17. Alex in 5th, Brin in 6th. Ben Dearman fends off the Ferrari, and Beatnik for the final place in the points. As look how close Porges get. Porges going to have a little run on the exit of turn number... Oh, a little bit of a slide there on the exit of 16. And side by side between the Racing Bulls. There's almost in the wall. And the Alpine does get through into 11th, but Sauber, double points.
Wow, what a finish for those three. We said they were having a battle, and they certainly produced the most fireworks up to the line that we might have been expecting from some of the other battles. Andy here, quite far back. Parker going for the fastest lap as well, I think, because he unlapped himself, so he gets this last lap to go around. He's actually catching up to Andy, but I don't think he's going to catch up in time. Andy just taking it chill. Yeah. And will Parker get the fastest lap on the final lap of the race? Taken away from Van Bergen, who currently has the fastest lap. We will see in a few moments' time. That is the Drivers' Championship, though.
33.
And, well, Nissev hasn't won the championship, but has got an excellent opportunity to win it in Qatar. And Constructors, Red Bull very much in the fight for taking the Constructors' Championship, like they did in Season 5.
They are so back. On the podium, with your race winner. That's not Jana Otmir. That's Nissev, if you couldn't tell. Raising the Las Vegas trophy high and proud. Stop shaking his hands. Nissev, your race winner here in Las Vegas this evening. Vegas has given us another spectacle of a Grand Prix. What a Grand Prix that was. Red Bull 1 and 2, the champagne's non-existent. They are spraying mist.
Anyway, there we are. Cleanest drive was Beatnik. Most overtakes as well, Beatnik. Fastest lap, Van Bergen held on to that. At the end, Wave gets driver of the day on here. 6th to 4th. But I wonder if that will be the case when it goes to voting.
Beatnik driver of the day. Or Ben.
We'll have to see. This is the race director. A very clean race, I'd say today, to be honest. Based on what we've seen before. I mean, a few battles and not really, obviously at the last lap, a little bit of contact, but nothing too big. No safety car. Yeah. There we are.
Quite a clean race.
And that was the end of the race. Yeah.
Clean and a good race.
So, anyway, Nissev's in the interview waiting. if you want to speak to him. I'll
Nissev.
drag him in.
Nissev.
Yes, man.
Red Bull merchant. I'm joking. Hello.
Good one, mate.
Oh, it's another race win for you, and you're in prime striking distance now for Championship Glory. You could properly take it next time out in Qatar. I want to say it is.
Yeah, Qatar.
How would
Yeah,
you
I
think of the
could.
race?
The race was good. Pace was very good from start to finish, even in qualifying. Very good pace. Me and Tricksy laid out a plan, and it worked in qualifying. And in race, it almost worked till Dylan dive bombed. I don't know what happened there. Haven't seen anything yet.
Fine racing. That's just hard racing. Those two.
Yeah, I just saw Red Bull and the McLaren almost going sideways on the exit there, so I don't know what happened. So
Yeah, in the middle sector, they were just side by side in nearly every corner.
oh
Lost them quite a lot.
yeah,
Yeah.
I'm very lucky there then. Very lucky to get gap there, but yeah, pace was good, tires were good. Can't ask for more.
Do you think you can take the championship next time out in Qatar, in Lusail?
Depends on what tricks he has to offer, what pace he has. I'm not the greatest around.
Tricksy needs to outscore you by about 8 points, I think.
Yeah.
Next race.
Gap 8 points to keep it alive. I think.
I'm not the best around guitar, but
You say you're not good at half the tracks, but then look at you.
I properly hate Qatar. I despise it. So, but we will see if I can get it. We can if we go to Abu Dhabi, then could be cool. But
it's 100% race.
Yeah, it could be cool winning it there, but it could also be heartbreak. So yeah.
Yeah, well, if Tricksy wins the next race, then you need to be at least P2.
Yep.
Obviously, McLaren will probably be very quick there as well, I'd imagine.
I think
their car should be quick.
Yeah.
And if the drivers are on form. Yeah. But, well done on second victory of the season, I want to say.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Oh, it's third, really, in sprints.
Yeah, sprints count. I mean, Red Bull as well, though. You're in the fight for constructors. I mean, I'm sure you and Tricksy are. I mean, you've been optimizing everything, basically. Qualifying strategy you said about.
Yeah.
And you're really hunting down McLaren. And you got a big opportunity there.
Yeah, obviously. We're going to have a plan for next weekend. I hope we can execute it as well as we did there. So, yeah.
Yeah, well done, I guess. See you next week.
Yeah, see you next week, yeah.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Is there anyone else?
No one else. I think we're done.
Bye.
So I'll end it, I guess.
Yes.
So there we are then. 12 rounds done in season 7, just the 2 rounds to go. Qatar next week, and then the 100% race finale in Abu Dhabi. And will the championship still be on the line come Abu Dhabi? The constructors will surely still be on the line, but I mean, McLaren could clinch that next week if all things go well for them. Red Bull looking to be in the fight. Nissev with one hand on the Drivers' Championship, basically. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye.
Bye!